Alright guys, so this time we're going to cover order of operations, alright? And order of operations is going to be one of your liberal arts or algebra mastery tests, and really this is what you need to know. Some people learn it as PEMDAS. That's actually what I learned it as, so that is pronounced PEMDAS. Pronounced kind of just like it's spelled, but a lot of people learn little mnemonics for this, so this is what you need to know. But some people memorize it with the first letters of each of these words. So please excuse my dear Aunt Sally is one of the most famous ones. But if it's completely new to you, you can actually remember this however you like. Um, I remember I had one student who would. So sorry, that was please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. I'm gonna move this up a little bit, and then another one was. This one actually stuck in my head, so it's actually a pretty decent one. It's please excuse my dope, and then I'll let you guys fill in this word here, swag. So please excuse my dope swag. Okay, so this is just another one. You can Google 100 of these. These are just a couple that I've memorized. This is the way that I learned it, so I just memorized PEMDAS. Most people have just heard of PEMDAS, so I think this is the way most people memorize it. But I hear a lot of my students recite things like "Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally," and then I just had one student that remembered this last one. She was, interesting. So all she said was, "Please excuse my dope swag," and I was like, you know what, that actually kind of sticks for me. So there are a lot of different ways to remember this, but what I need you to know is what each letter stands for. So let's go ahead and run through what each letter stands for. All right, so the P stands for parentheses, and it's going to go first. So P stands for parentheses. Parentheses. Excuse me, I guess I cannot spell, but that's okay. That's why I'm not an English teacher. So P for parentheses. And then we're going to go with E. E is going to be exponents. So these are exponents. All right. Exponents. Excuse. Here's M. And so M is going to be that or M. It's just M. So M is going to stand for multiplication. And then you're going to have D for division. Division. I don't know why I did some of these or I guess this is the only one. I don't know why I wrote an E there, whereas for every other one I just kind of continued the word. So whatever. That's exponents, multiplication, division. And then I guess I have red here. I need one more color. It looks like I have pink, so it looks like I'll use that. This is a Sharpie, so this might bleed through, but multiplication, division, addition. So this is adding. And then the last one. So you guys have seen parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, adding, and take a wild, wild guess. You're probably right. That S is just going to stand for subtraction. Okay? So now we've used every single letter of this little mnemonic. So this is what I need you to remember. Oh, you guys can't even see that. Hold on one sec. There you go. So why can't I get this camera to be on right for some reason? There you go. So please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Please excuse my dope swag. All right. So parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction is what you guys have to remember, and you have to memorize it in that order. Okay. What they're going to give you are long, long math problems that just have a bunch of numbers in them and a bunch of different signs. You just had to do them in order. So let's run through a couple of examples just so you guys have them. All right. So hopefully you didn't need that anymore. Feel free to go back a page if you need to pause or review or whatever else you guys need to do. Let's talk about the actual order of operations now. So I don't know. Here's a problem. Let's see, 3 times 2 in parentheses square plus 4 minus 3 divided by 1 plus 4 squared whatever, equals. So I ran out of space on the paper. I honestly wanted to make this problem a lot longer, but we're just going to use this as a general example right now. So just remember our mnemonic is PEMDAS. So P, can you guys see the different? No, that color doesn't look all that different. Let me go and use pink. So PEMDAS. Just like that. All right, and we're going to do these in order, and as we're going to go in order, I'm going to go ahead and check off each one that we do. All right, so the first thing is that P, that parentheses. So let's go ahead and do parentheses first. So everything that you see in parentheses, let's go ahead and do. So I want you to take your time and take a look. Where do you see parentheses? So you see one here at the beginning, and you see one way over here at the end, right? So I'm going to rewrite the entire problem, but I'm going to do all the parentheses first. So what's inside of this parentheses? What's 3 times 2? This one should be 6, all right? And then just rewrite everything else. So keep your parentheses. You got your exponent, right? So there's your exponent. If you want, you actually don't have to write it like this. After you do your parentheses, you can get rid of it. So 3 times 2 is 6, right? And then just put that squared up there. Just don't forget to add it back, all right? Whatever was in your original problem that you haven't already done, you got to put it back. So we did what's in the parentheses, but there was this 2 outside of there. That's your exponent, so keep rewriting that, all right? Plus 4 minus 3 divided by 1 plus 4 squared. This one here is in parentheses, right? So what we're going to do is, it's not 4 plus or minus anything. It's not 4 times anything. It's just a 4. So I'm going to rewrite this without the parentheses, so that now I know I've done my parentheses. We're done with it. All right, so checkbox that first one. That P is gone. We don't have to worry about that anymore. There are no more parentheses. All right, so as soon as you do what's inside, you can get rid of it. So we went from 3 times 2, and we just wrote 6. No more parentheses. All right. Next thing we had to do is E. E stands for, if you guys don't remember, it's back on this page. E stands for, yep, you got it, exponents. All right. So E stands for exponents, and we're going to go ahead and do anything with an exponent. So you'll notice, and I'll go ahead and mark all the exponents in orange. You'll notice we have this one, and then we have this one. So we're just going to do both of these right now. So what is 6 squared? All right, and 6 times 6 is 36. All right, and then here's the rest of the problem. So plus 4 minus 3 divided by 1 plus, and you'll notice we have our other exponent. So what is 4 squared? 4 squared is 4 times 4, or 16. Good. Okay, so here's where we are with our problem so far. And by the way, there are minus or equal signs at the ends of each of these, but I'm just not writing them. But every line that I go down, we're doing one more thing. Okay, so there goes the E. We've done our exponents because we don't have any more here. All right, we're done with exponents. Now let's go ahead and do multiplication and division. All right, you can kind of pair these up together, multiplication and division and addition, subtraction. So these kind of happen at the same time. It doesn't really matter if you do, whatever. We're going to go ahead and do them in this order, but you'll find that it matters less and less. So I'm going to go ahead and do any multiplication and division I see, but we'll go ahead and do it step by step. So let's do multiplication first. Do you see any multiplication in our problem here? So it's 36 plus 4 minus 3 divided by 1 plus 16. Do you see any multiplication? You might see division, but we'll get to that. So multiplication, no. So you would go ahead and cross this out. Now keep in mind, you don't really have to do multiplication and division separately, but we did. So now we're going to go look at here. 36 plus 4 minus 3 divided by 1 plus 16. That D is division, so we got to do that next. Do you see a division sign? Of course you do. So what is negative 3 divided by 1? All right, so I'm going to highlight this in, let's go with green. Actually, you guys can't see the difference between this and green, can you? Yeah, you guys can barely see that. So I'm going to go ahead and mark it out in red. But what we've got here is this. And don't forget your signs. So don't ever just drop your signs. This is a negative 3 divided by 1. All right, it's a negative 3 divided by 1. What is anything divided by 1? It's going to be the same exact thing. So what you've really got in this next section is negative 3 divided by 1 is just negative 3. It doesn't change anything else. If you don't believe me, go ahead and hit that into a calculator. But negative 3 divided by 1 is definitely negative 3. So I'm just going to rewrite the rest of the problem. All right. So here's our full problem now. And now we've done division. So I'm going to go ahead and scratch that out. I think it was this color. Yeah. So let's go ahead and do the A. What does the A stand for? So A stands for addition. All right. So we're going to mark out the addition again in red. So let's do all the additions first. So here's an addition sign, right? So we got to do 36 plus 4. And here's an addition sign. We got to do negative 3 plus 16. All right. So again, don't forget those signs. It becomes a pair. Whatever sign is before the number, so if this was a minus sign out here, we'd have to do negative 36 plus 4, right? So don't forget your signs. This is a negative 3. It's not just a 3. So let's go ahead and add all these together, and you'll notice that by having this negative, we're actually doing subtraction as well. But like I said, multiplication, division, and addition, subtraction can essentially be done at the same exact time. So let's go ahead and talk about these two. 36 plus 4, and I guess I'll write these in red. But 36 plus 4 is 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. So this one's going to be 40. And then negative 3 plus 16. What is negative 3 plus 16? So in case you're having trouble with negative numbers, just think of it like money. So any positive number is how much money you have in your pocket. So let's say you have 16 bucks in your pocket, right? But you go buy something, or you owe somebody $3. So anything negative is what you're buying or what you owe people. So you have 16 bucks, I don't know, a 10, a 5, and a 1, and you have to pay $3. What's that mean you have left over? You have $13 left over. So that's just in case you have trouble adding and subtracting things. All right, so this is plus, I said 13, right? And then we have to do addition again. 40 plus 13 equals 53. And that 53 is going to be your final answer in this problem. But the idea of PEMDAS is just to follow everything step by step until you've eliminated all of your PEMDAS steps. And you get down to one answer. Okay? So that is PEMDAS in a nutshell. Again, that's please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, or please excuse my dope swag. And then, you have to remember that it's parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. Okay, and that's not all on screen, but now it is. Oh, it slid. Now it is. Okay, cool. So that is PEMDAS. If you need more examples, feel free to message me, but I think that'll honestly get you through. So feel free to rewind this as many times as you want. Just remember to go in order. Get rid of the parentheses, get rid of your exponents, get rid of your multiplication, get rid of your division, get rid of your addition, get rid of your subtraction. Okay? And addition, subtraction, and multiplication, division, like I said, can often be done at the same time, or can always be done at the same time. It really doesn't matter what order. It's just written this way. Just remember that multiplication, division definitely comes before addition, subtraction. All right? Parentheses and exponents, you could actually do at the same time too, because if you look at this 3 times 2, we could have done 3 times 2 equals 6 and then squared it, or we could have just said 3 times 2 is 6, squared is 36, and we could have skipped that step. So you'll notice that these are really in pairs of operations. Parentheses and exponents are a pair, multiplication, division are a pair, addition, and subtraction are a pair. So, yeah, like I said, if you guys need more examples or if you need any help, let me know, but that should get you through this mastery test. Just be careful with your steps. Order of operations is something that even high-level mathematicians screw up every once in a while. All right? Best of luck.